Good evening, everyone. The Negaunee Diamonds have returned to Upper Peninsula American Legion baseball play after an absence of several years. The Diamonds visited the Marquette Blues on a cool evening near Lake Superior. Top of the sixth, 1-0 Diamonds. Negaunee's Eric Bosco bounces one to short. Another dreaded bad hop. Everybody is safe, and Dylan Tassin slides back into third base. Bases are loaded a couple batters later, and Taylor Lauren on a 3-2 pitch with 2 out draws the walk, and that allows Tassin to score. Diamonds lead 2-0. Marquette scored on a wild pitch, then jumped the bottom of the 7th. Hunter to set the fly to left. Did Eric Whiteman make the catch? No, but was it in fair territory? He didn't think so. The umpires said yes, so Austin Wachnicki scored to tie the contest at 2. Next batter, Alex Gazinski, a solid single to left field. Doucette will score the winning run without a throw. And it's a 3-2 victory for the Marquette Blues. Both starting pitchers, Dylan Tassin for Negaunee and Clay Smith for Marquette, each recorded 11 strikeouts. When you look at the Division IV high school softball tournament, you could call the Ishpeming Hematites the new kids on the block. Ishpeming will be making its first regional appearance tomorrow against Rudyard in Rudyard. The other 3 teams in the regional, Rudyard, Norway, and Indian River Inland Lakes, have qualified a number of times in the past. The Hematites faced Norway 4 times during the season because both teams are in the Mid-Peninsula Conference. But Ishpeming coach Ben McGuire also has learned a few things about Rudyard and Inland Lakes. Besides the fact Rudyard is known as the Bulldogs who wear orange and black, while Inland Lakes is known as the Bulldogs who wear blue and white. You'll be surprised what McGuire knows about the Lower Peninsula Bulldogs.
Rudyard, we know their pitcher pitched with our pitcher Emma last summer in the travel team, so we kind of know a little bit about them. Indian River, Inland Lakes, #1 team in the state all season. My niece plays for that team, so I've seen them quite a few times also.
She's a pretty good pitcher. I think I just have to out-pitch her. All my pitches were working for me, all 3 of them. They just have to make the simple plays and do the best that they can. Try not to make too many errors.
We know they're a pretty good competition. We know there's some pretty good pitching up there, so it's going to be different trying to catch up to the speed and everything.
Ishpeming and Rudyard is the second regional semifinal and should start around 1 o'clock. The first game with Norway and Inland Lakes begins at 11 a.m. The regional final should begin around 3 o'clock. The Gladstone High School softball team is looking to make another trip to the Final Four at Michigan State, and the girls will look to another regional championship maybe tomorrow in Boyne City. The Braves will face the Grayling Vikings in Division III regional semifinal action, while the host Ramblers take on Manistee in the other semifinal. Gladstone enters the weekend with a 31-9 record, 4 of those losses coming to Escanaba. The Braves had to win 4 games to capture their district championship last week, outscoring their opponents 69-1. Grayling won its district with wins over Roscommon and Manton, and the Braves have spent a good portion of their practice going over base running plays.
I'm super excited. This will be my, I've been in the regionals all 4 years, so this will be excited to continue. We've been working on a lot of hitting and situations and fielding the ball cleanly and in between hits that we have to get to play.
We don't have a weak spot in the lineup, and that helps, especially if a player gets hurt or something happens. I mean, there's not a point in the batting order where I'm like, oh crap. It's always like, okay, this girl can get a hit. I'm excited. We're going to make a good run, and that's all that matters.
Payback!
That was Tazi Martinez. Alyssa Polly was the other player for Gladstone. The Gladstone Grayling game starts at noon, and the regional winner will play in a quarterfinal game set for Tuesday in Petoskey.